Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Bhupesh. Hope you're doing well. So, in continuation with the Elasticsearch series of sessions and videos, today we will talk about how to install MSSQL Server and how to enable monitoring using Elasticsearch. So, if you've not watched my previous videos pertaining to Elasticsearch, please keep a tab in the description section and check all the videos that are under the playlist. And do not forget to like and subscribe because there are so many videos pertaining to Grafana, DevOps, Elasticsearch, Kubernetes, and so on, and AWS also. Okay, so let's quickly jump on to the practical. I don't do any kind of theoretical sessions. It is all practical session that we'll be doing again today, and it's all just a use case that we need to do it using open source. Everything is open source. There's no license involved in this. Perfect. Let's get started. So we have a use case where MSSQL in our server needs to be monitored using Elasticsearch and Kibana. So what we'll do, we'll first of all install Elasticsearch version 8.X with SSL on one of the server, install Kibana on other server, and then we established connectivity with exchange of certificates, and then we'll install MSSQL database on server 3. We'll install Metricbeat for capturing the matrices from this server, and we'll enable MSSQL module also. We'll install Filebeat to capture the log from this server and send it to Kibana. And finally, we'll see all these things using dashboard. So this is only one slider that we have it. So for better simplicity, I have you know a GitHub page, and we have a documentation, well-established documentation on this. You can simply come here, and this is the GitHub page I'm talking about. We'll follow this page today in our session. Perfect. So I already have a Elasticsearch and Kibana already up and running on my DNS. So if you really want to understand, you can see my other videos. So today we are not going to install Elasticsearch and Kibana. Today we'll directly install MSSQL in one of the box, and then we'll enable the monitoring on that. So there's a VM which is already there on the MSSQL. So this is the VM I'm talking about. This is where we are having Elasticsearch and Kibana up and running. Okay, let's come on to this box. Fine. So what you need to do, this is my Linux box. I am following the official documentation from Microsoft to install MSSQL. You need to run all these commands. If it's the SE Linux, you need to install and run these commands, and finally the MSSQL will run. So I'm not gonna run these commands again. This is just for your reference. How you connect your MSSQL after running all these commands? You will connect your MSSQL using this command. This is a service account which gets created, and we'll go inside this installed MSSQL right in the session. And you can create your test DB. This is all given in the Microsoft documentation. I'm just giving you so you can run these commands, insert data, and select. You can select the data using this and see whether you have having a data or not. Select where and then go. Right. You can see there a record pertaining to quantity greater than 52. Correct. This is the record I'm talking about. So I'm assuming my MSSQL installed properly, and you can see I'm able to connect to the database and then able to see the records also. So ultimately, uh, I need to I need to enable monitoring of this box. I need to enable monitoring of this MSSQL using Metricbeat and Filebeat. So what I'll do, first of all, I will install Metricbeat. Again, I'm following very generic documentation from Elasticsearch. You can either refer this or you can refer these steps blindly. So you need to, basically download the Metricbeat 8.13 tar file, and that will get downloaded here. So this is the Metricbeat tar file I'm talking about. And then you do untar with this, okay? And then you go to this folder inside. Now you are inside Metricbeat folder. Now then you do VI of Metricbeat YAML. So we'll do the same thing, and we'll make sure that I've entered the configurations of. So this is Metricbeat YAML configuration. So I need to set Kibana, all the Kibana related configuration like host where Kibana is running. So if protocol HTTPS, and give HTTPS and give the SSL certificates pertaining to it. So this is the Kibana key. This is the Kibana public certificate. This is the private key, and this is certificate authority. And make sure that you place all your certificates here. And if you do not know how to generate certificates, you can watch my previous video, and then you'll get to know that how to generate certificates using Elasticsearch utility only. Then you need to scroll down, make sure that setup.kibana contains all these things, which I'm explaining it here. Where's the Kibana? Yes, Elasticsearch. Yeah, there's the Kibana I'm talking about. See, I put everything in here, and then similarly you put output.elasticsearch configuration, like this is the complete URL which is only 9200 protocol HTTPS username elastic and this is the password, and then SSL enabled again. This is elastic private key, this is elastic public key, and this is the certificate authority. Perfect. So once you do everything, then you come out of this, and then you go to modules. Now why we need to go to modules? Because we need to enable the MSSQL module. So you see this will be disabled. So enable this by moving it, and simply this is the configuration we need to pass, because this is your localhost where your MSSQL has been installed. This is the username, this is the password for that service account, and then every 10 seconds this metrics of transaction log and the performance will get scrapped. So if I come out of this, so I can see what modules have been enabled so far in this star.yaml. I can see the module and MSSQL module have been enabled so far in this. Let's get back to this. This has been enabled. Now I need to enable Metricbeat. So before I enable Metricbeat, let me show whether is there any data which is coming here or not. Potentially there should not be any data. Now I'll enable my Metricbeat like this. Everything is uh, documented, but I'm just okay. I need to go one step. I'm just giving everything in one pager so that you can follow this document blindly and then do your configurations. So I don't want to enable Nginx. That's okay. You can ignore this piece. And it should be actually MSSQL. I'll modify this documentation MSSQL. Fine. So, and then I need to run the Metricbeat. So I've run it on background. So this will just enable my Metricbeat, and the message pertaining to MSSQL will go to this server. Let me duplicate the step. I'm not creating a service for now. I'm just creating it, and then we'll install Filebeat in the meantime. Filebeat for logs. So again, the same thing. You need to curl this Filebeat tar file, untar it, and then go to. So let's see whether we are getting any matrices or not. Okay, matrices have started to flow, and I can see the agent.hostname is the 723158. Let me check. I'm not lying anything. 723158. Okay, good. So matrices have started flowing. Okay, and see, it has been completed. Setup has been completed. Good. So we are good on this perspective. Let's go back and enable Filebeat also. Filebeat is fairly easy. You need to do all these things and then go to Filebeat folder, untar it. Just blindly follow this documentation. It's no rocket science. I'm just trying to tell you. And then filebeat.yaml. Again, you need to make sure that I am doing with sudo su. Okay. Yeah. So vi filebeat. Fine. Now I'll come into this. Again, the same thing. Kibana and Elasticsearch URL and certificate I need to pass. That is, I have already passed it. Just to showcase. Again, this is the Kibana setup and the Elasticsearch setup. If you are having any problem in understanding how to set up Kibana and Elasticsearch, I've explained in greater detail in my previous video. So just do check out, and let me know if in case of any issues or problem that you're facing in configuring Elasticsearch and Kibana. Perfect. Then you need to see what modules have been enabled here. So I'll just do the listing of mod modules, and then I'll just do a enable my MSSQL module. This is already enabled. I just enabled some time back. Then I'll go to this module folder, and then I'll just go to this MSSQL YAML file, and then I'll see this module has enabled log enabled true, and then I need to give the path of that log. So all my logs are generated here. So where opt MSSQL log and then star.log start. It will capture all the logs from this location and then scrape and send it to the Elasticsearch. Perfect. So this is done. This is done. I'll just do the setup of Filebeat. Okay. Maybe before doing setup, I'll just move one step above. I'll just change the ownership. Okay. I'll just do the Nginx instead of Nginx. It should be MSSQL. Sorry, MSSQL. Perfect. I'll just enable. I'll do the setup because setup will make sure that yes, it is. See, loading it to Kibana. Matrices are already going. I'll just see the logging status. There's a file beat also. So logs are currently not coming. It will take some time to come to logs also. Let me see. Last, let me do absolute 7 last 7 days. Let me. Yeah, because those are the initial logs. If you don't change anything, the logs will remain same. So okay, so logs are coming. There is no error. Perfect. Now let's go to the next step. Visualize the dashboard. Fairly easy. Go to dashboard section, and then now we have seen that in Discover metrics and logs are coming. I'll just type MSSQL. Yes, I can see the transaction log and performance log. So first of all, let's see the transaction logs. Okay, and I can open the performance logs. Let it open the transaction logs. And if you know that we have created test DB data source. Yeah, so we'll check the performance of this test DB only. Which one? This one. Okay. So yeah, the transaction logs are coming. Potentially, if you don't get data here, then there's some kind of problem or you can some kind of issue. So let it load. Okay, good. So my data is loaded. I can see test DB is total log space usage is 8 MB. And then the percentage of use is transaction log. So all these things are coming properly nicely. Actual active has a transaction log. So these are all transaction the log status. I can go to one database also, right? And then go apply changes. So I can see now let me see the performance log for this machine. So you can see the filter has been applied for test DB only. Apply changes. Now see the performance log. In the meantime, performance log is getting updated. I can do the inspect also. Okay. Uh, that what is the query that has been executed? That query that is being executed, I can this is the transaction log space usage. See, this is the field I'm talking about. So we can run this thing, this query separately also. How? I'll go to the metric. You can go to metric anyway. So let me see the performance logs. Let's not waste time in this. So you can go to Metrics Explorer also. Let me see if I'm having Metrics Explorer. Metrics Explorer. No? So we can Explorer. The performance log. Okay, performance logs are also coming. Users connection is coming. Batch request per second, log split per second, for cache hit ratio transactions. So they're all important panels that are coming. So I can simply now check my, I don't know. I mean, see, I can check any metric here also. I can check for last 7 days. there is some data that is there. Okay, fine. So let's see the it's trying to so we can see all matrices here also in matrix explorer rather than checking from. So that is pretty much it was pretty quick video what we have done so far. Let's give a quick review. We have skipped installation of Elasticsearch and Kibana, but we install MSSQL uh, database onto the Linux machine and then install Metricbeat Filebeat for capturing matrices and logs and enable MSSQL module. And we have passed the credentials of MSSQL server in that. Finally, we have verified all those things into the two dashboards. So let me know if you need anything else, especially in the comment section. We'll try to help. And before we wrap up, do not forget to like and subscribe the channel because you will see tons of videos in the same channel pertaining to Kubernetes, pertaining to Grafana, pertaining to Elasticsearch, pertaining to AWS Cloud, pertaining to EKS Cloud, all those things that we think of in DevOps area, even to Python also. So do not go check out and let me know in case of any queries. So I'll say goodbye for now.